Hello, Virgo. Welcome to your Aries New Moon tarot reading. So, this is your call to adventure spread. This is your call to adventure reading. Not all new moons will resonate this way, but I was out for a run this morning and I was really narrowing down how I wanted to send this guidance into the world. And it really started to come to fruition as the call to adventure. I really liked that. So, let's get started, okay? So I invite the angels, my guardian angels, my spirit guides, protectors, teachers, and their healing energy to this space. And I ask that it is a safe space that allows for the fullest expression of our light, humanity, ascension, and healing. Thank you so much, Spirit. So this is for my Virgo, Team Virgo. How you been? I hope this new moon energy, whoa, that's interesting. Do you saw that fly out, right? I hope that this sort of pre-moon energy has been treating you very well. 10 of Swords, maybe not. I mean, letting go for sure. I'm getting more, this is definitely some kind of new beginning for you. Yeah. Yeah. I think that you're understanding. So the sort of new start that you're giving yourself this month is a freedom from other people's nonsense. That's like the new beginning for you, right? 10 of Swords, 5 of Swords, and 7 of Wands. I think this is you being kind of in your protective bubble, and the newness of it is that you may be instilling boundaries where you didn't before, and you just were in this 10 of Swords or 5 of Swords in perpetuity with certain people. So, I feel like this is kind of you being like, well, why did I do that again? Why did I do that again? And I think this is you saying, no, I'm aware of the fire that I carry within me, my worth, and I'm actually just respecting myself and my own boundaries now. And I think that's a great energy to be in, Virgo. So I think that there's certain things that you used to resist, and now you're just saying, no, thank you to. And that's a great way to integrate healing energy for yourself. And I don't know if I said it already, this is the Light Seers Tarot by Chris Ann, and I'm clarifying with the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot. So, Spirit, can I get some clarification here for my wonderful Virgo? Team Virgo. You know when you hold boundaries and you're not really sure of yourself in them? You're a bit unsteady on your feet. Yeah. One more. Yeah. I think that in your energy is this kind of back and forth that you've done in your mind. You've done to yourself and you've done in yourself. Not to you. I mean, like this is something that you're kind of holding within you, Virgo, in terms of don't let the minutia steal your joy, is what I heard. Don't let the minutia steal your joy. I think that there's a way that you kind of turned off being annoyed at this process. I think that there's a way that you were, wanting specific emotional fulfillment in terms of like, what did you desire from a situation, right? I think that there were specific things that you were desiring. So there was the Two of Pentacles, just so that you can see what my spread was here. So there's the Two of Pentacles that came out, as well as the 7 of Swords, 3 of Swords, Ace of Cups, 5 of Pentacles, and King of Cups. And I think that this is kind of you starting to recognize more. This is the win at all costs card. And I think that there's a way that you were not being honest with yourself about how heavy something got in terms of just, it was distracting you, right? It's like, so as someone who's neurodivergent, sometimes sensory stuff, if somebody's trying to talk to me while I hear a radio in a store and the fluorescent lights are too much for me, and I hear the background noise, the ambient noise being really loud if it's a busy time of year and it's too hot in the store, sometimes I feel like just like I'm about to just go internally because it's too much. And I feel like that's where your energy has been, right? And I'm not talking about blowing up and getting angry or temper tantrums or anything like that. I'm just talking about you feeling overwhelmed to where you start to numb yourself. And I feel like you did start to numb yourself, right? This tells me that you started to numb yourself because you were just feeling a sense of overwhelm and like there were too many things pulling at your energy. So this new moon to me is quite possibly a kind of, this is a way that you've started to be honest with yourself. The swords are like truths, right? Swords. It's like you're able to be more honest about your truth and what you need. And it's allowing you to set better boundaries, the Seven of Wands, right? And the Seven of Wands can be defensive energy, but the way I read it here is just a recognition of worth and being able to say no thank you to that energy, which is it's a good place because you're in your energy, like you're in your own energy. This may be an important energetic protective practice to engage in, but to set up a protective bubble for yourself and to really be in that bubble and protected from others, just nonsense. I'm hearing just nonsense. Spirit, can you please clarify this journey that my Virgos are going on? Thank you so much. This new moon energy for April in Aries. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. I mean, this is lesson. This is like hard-won lessons. And Hangman again. Okay. I'm hearing lightening your emotional load. Lightening your load a little bit more. And this is sort of this was a hard lesson. Wheel of Fortune is, I've been getting that a lot. It's getting that a lot. It could be something related to the Jupiter in Aries that has been happening astrologically speaking. I am not, I know Braca Goldsmith does some excellent videos on it. That may be a source of information for you. Esoteric Sky, and there's also someone named Cam who does videos as well, and he puts information together really nicely. So these could be things that you'll want to look at just to see what is happening, in terms of Jupiter in Aries and how that is affecting you and your chart. Just the abundance of the Wheel of Fortune here. I'm seeing that. And I know that these transits can all kind of blend together in charts and things like that to create specific themes across signs. So I would recommend looking at that. I think that this is allowing you to invest in the right things, but give it time. As you begin to, and I guess as this sort of kicks off a new cycle for you, I think it's going to be really important for you to take your time with things and to understand that you don't need to rush in because it's just going to cause this kind of confusion and worry. And, there's a healing that has been trying to get through, and it's finally like broken through this new cycle that you're starting. And it's allowing so much more light in. It's, you're remembering what it feels like to feel the warmth of the sun and bask like a cat. Spirit, can you please clarify this for me for my wonderful Virgo? Thank you so much. High Priestess energy. Okay. You're in a specific intuitive knowing more. You're less afraid to ask for what you want. You're less afraid to ask for what you really want. Yeah. And I think that you're unapologetic about it because you recognize that this is the flip side of it. Lean into the unapologetic because this is what's here, right? This Sun and Nine of Pentacles. This is the energy that's available to you now. And I will tell you that if you take things slowly, this Nine of Pentacles doesn't just reflect a sense of self-confidence. This Nine of Pentacles is also pre-Empress energy. And if the Queen of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, sorry, if this card wishes to give a pentacle away, it means that energetically speaking, that person will not be left with nothing. So I think that that's something that's really important too, and that it's you're stepping into your sense of joy and freedom, right? This is sort of allowing your intuition to inform your creative practice, and also allowing your intuition to liberate you from the need to be defended. And I think intuitively we start to get kind of intuitive hits that tell us when we need these boundaries and when we don't, right? When we need them and when we don't need them. And this can also create a situation where we seek out situations where we have to be guarded, where we have to be in a Seven of Wands energy because we don't really know anything else. So there's this weird kind of transition void period where we don't have the new framework to operate from. So we're just in this the Seven of Wands. I almost said Nine of Wands, but this is the Ten of Wands. But we're in this sort of this Seven of Wands energy, and it feels disingenuous. Like it feels like we're keeping the light out, but what we're actually doing is just remembering that a closed door to our house on a street, like if you live on a street and you have the door closed, it's not a sign of you keeping people out. It's a sign of you just maintaining your home, right? It's same thing with an apartment. If you have an apartment, right? Keeping the door closed on your apartment isn't about keeping people out. It's about maintaining boundaries around your space. And it's almost like a failure to do that before because you called it something else, really left you feeling kind of numb to your life and to the people in your life. So it kind of 11:11 was just on the time. So it blocked anything from coming in terms of things that were not just of value to you, but things that you felt valued you in turn. Ooh, Virgo. But think about how little we can give to ourselves when we do that, right? It creates this blockage. And I think the Hanged Man here in this particular instance is its sense of enlightenment, but I think that you're becoming aware of the ways that you would escape or deny. Like this to me is coming, the Neptunian Pisces energy. It's almost like this is like in reverse here as an awareness, like, enlightenment and forward movement and not being stuck anymore. Slow movement, yes, that's one thing. But what I'm seeing in the way that all of this is talking to one another is that there is a way that you would kind of escape so that you could just be in this space because it meant something to you. Like it gave you something. It filled your cup. But there was always this Five of Pentacles feeling afterwards. Like, why the fuck did I do that? So I'm getting that there's a way that you're moving away from that for sure. And I think that the path forward is going to be paved by little breadcrumbs of intuition that tell you that you're manifesting and that you're on the right track, right? Don't be afraid to be the Queen of Wands, right? The way I'm seeing this here is like, is almost like the Queen of Wands. Let me do this here. The Queen of Wands looking at that and like, this is you reflecting. I don't get this as you, like as an energy that you have to be, so worried about coming back and asserting itself. I think that this is more so you reflecting on how you've manifested before and just choosing differently and seeing the wisdom in manifesting from your place of joy and how you're accessing that with better boundaries. And understand too that when you're in this space, other people have to exercise better boundaries with you as well, because it means that you're operating in this space and filling your cup with things that are leaving you numb. So if that's true, then how can you possibly connect to people in a higher vibration? So it's not just about attracting situations that honor you. It's also understanding that it was impossible for you to honor yourself and other people in that energy. So I'm going to pull from the Hero's Journey Dream Oracle now, just to add on to this for you, Virgo. So Spirit, can you please clarify this Aries New Moon reading, this call to adventure for my beautiful Virgo? Me time, enjoy your own company. This is really how you end up filling your cup, right? This is how you do it. You time. Not because you're giving and giving and giving to get meaning, right? Meaning becomes accessible when you have enough understanding and knowledge of yourself and when you're working with yourself. So Spirit, can I get one more here, please? Thank you so much. You are invited. Suit up, show up, and open up. I do not think I could summarize this last row better. You are invited. Suit up, show up, and open up. Excellent. Virgo, that is your Aries New Moon reading. These are the energies that you're working with and integrating from my understanding of this reading. I'm really, I'm excited for you. There's some inward reflection, some different themes popping out. Again, keep an eye on your, the Aries and Jupiter, I want to say transit. I don't know a ton about astrology as yet. I'm still kind of learning that side of this piece to the tarot and how it all speaks to one another in our energies. But I do know that that's something that's popping up prominently amongst all the readings. So keep an eye on that. Do some research on that if you so desire. And if you like this video, if it resonates, feel free to like and subscribe. It helps me to grow the channel, and it also helps me to, understand that this is something that resonates for you and that you like, and that I will do more of them. So there are also other ways that you can connect with me throughout the week in terms of daily readings, monthly readings, and little bits and pieces here and there to, assist with and that are in service to your healing. So I will see you on the next video, my wonderful Virgo. In the meantime, have a beautiful, beautiful new moon. Thanks so much for joining.